Hi folks, welcome to the Backbone Gaming Entertainment Network. Today we're doing a 3D3S that's 3 games, 3 streams. I got some things prepared for you with a little promo video. So why don't we check out that little promo video here, fight narrative. Hopefully it'll give you an idea of what I'm playing. Backbone.
You really don't remember anything?
Hammer is a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later. And your brain will flash back in a second.
Going into the dark at 11:11. Isolate.
There's something I thought you should see before I finish this.
Hey, daughter.
My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim.
And survive right along with your brain as is a backseat driver adventure. Yes.
Welcome to Sevastopol Station, your home away from home.
Ripley, I hope to God you can hear this.
And on a lighter
And the
note,
craziest
game
love
two.
story since the dawn of time. Take part in a hilarious adventure that you will never forget.
Never forget what's our after dinner party.
Deponia.
It's Hiker at 333, Deponia at 717, and in Isolation at 11:11. This is the Backbone Gaming Entertainment. So there we go, folks, and our stream is going to begin. We're going to start with Hitchhiker. Starting up right now, hopefully. Let's see what happens. Well, folks, it looks like I have to work on this thing together here for you. One moment, time, I'm out. There it is, found it. All right, let's see if we can get this game on the screen for you. It's obviously not obviously. Gotcha. And we're going to drop that element down below so you can see all my pretty titles. And let's get this show on the road. I am here with Pinworks. This is 3D, 3S, that's 3 games, 3 streams on a test day. Hitchhiker has its first look. Okay, well, obviously, We did a little tutorial. That's kind of cool. Hey, what's up? Okay, right quick pause. Oh, that I do not like a right
So,
quick
where are you
pause.
headed?
All right, well, right along in the thing, that's the driver that you get a chance to vote really quick in chat. So we'll do our best to accommodate the majority vote. Instruct, 1, ignore questions, 2. So as we move along, Pennyworth is going to be our common vote, but if you guys can hop in, we're trying to pay attention. We're trying to pay attention to like you guys are next. Where's the brother?
Not the talkative type, eh? That's okay. Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk. Want a raisin? They're from my farm.
Raisins have farmers? Raisins have farmers?
Sure. California still farms more raisins than anywhere on Earth.
Farming? I had no idea. Oh, John, come on, baby.
Yep, that's right. Some people don't have the slightest idea. Sure you don't want one?
Well, come on, folks, help me out here. I don't want to put my grubby hands in this grubby raisins, but we're about to. Good raisins.
Guess those things don't agree with you yet. Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. You want?
And tobacco.
You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real?
But that's the clear or not? Yes. Please enlighten me.
Raisins and grapes, man. They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right? Memory is a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you. Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you. Oh, I hitched. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself, sitting in this car, talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? Or this one? We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air. Just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
I got no reason to your box. Look at this.
I've spent a lot of time around raisins. They're like those dogs you see with wrinkles of skin falling over their eyes. Not the most handsome dogs. Basically helpless but lovable. My wife, she preferred grapes the way most people do. She's dead now, but you probably guessed that. Takes one to know one, right? I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air. Young guy like you, I wouldn't have a clue. My wife, if I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she looked like. Remembered everything about her. Just not her face. Some people have faces that are easy to remember. Doesn't seem fair. Well, it's not as easy as you think. I'll give you an example. You think you're present in the moment? You've been talking to me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes?
Was it brown? I thought they were brown. Black. So we're going brown. What do you think, folks? What are we about today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Green, brown, blue, gray. Okay, it looks like we're going brown.
Nope. Well, like I said when I picked you up, some people are just waiting until it's their turn to talk. Hey, kid. Do me a favor and crack the window, would you?
Right.
What you got there?
Nothing. Ellen? Steal the phone number? Just a match card.
Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important. Because the window is still closed.
Okay,
Hey,
fine.
kid. How about opening that window?
Are you gonna throw me out? There we are.
That's better.
I was looking for
Now, where were we?
Pick up water, anybody?
Yeah, fair number. But after a while, you start seeing the same few archetypes over and over. You got the numbnuts Kerouac fans. You got your autodidact blowhards. They'll talk your ears off. You get a lot of people from Cincinnati for some reason. You got your deadheads trying to get to some concert someplace. And then there's the water bottle person, always worrying that they're going to run out of water before they get where they're going. Still, you're the first hitcher I ever picked up who doesn't have a destination. Copernicus.
What do you think? XYZ, Google Tom, or however you say your name? XYZ, what's up, bro? What do you vote? Copernicus, very funny, or pretend to be from Cincinnati? All right. Copernicus, very funny. And the beach, Cincinnati.
Well, seems like the right name for a guy who's traveling the world without knowing where he's going. You just sit back, Copernicus, and invent a language where false statements are impossible.
Actually, that was related side. Actually, that was genius.
What?
That was genius who developed the language, not Copernicus.
Oh, I stand corrected. You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain. There was this one time when we passed a billboard for this new kind of bread, Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. Oh yeah, that drove Mom and Dad crazy. Come on, join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of Balach bread.
Come on, XYZ, join in. Catchy song or, oh, this is driving me crazy. Catchy song. What's the reason, guys?
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective. Getting older is funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better.
That's super sound.
Thanks. I got it from an app. It's this app with philosophical sayings. My wife got it for me, to make me sound smarter. Oh, she had a way with words. Yeah. We used to have a strict division of labor back when we worked together. She would raise the grape from the time it appeared on the vine, and I'd step in as soon as it was time to start drying them. Our customers used to have fun with that. I'm the dry one, they'd say. Grapes attract a certain kind of person. A person who likes to tell jokes. Wine enthusiasts, tourists, people who like to talk. There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
Mind if I take a look?
Well, I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine. But help yourself.
$19.54 for the 16 regions of the United States. Almanac.
Hey, where'd you get that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you.
Who's the woman then?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you the same question, Copernicus. Did he... Who gave this to you? Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it. What woman? Well, oh, her. Well, hard to say. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
The odd.
What's that black thing in the glove box anyway?
Hey, look, I'm looking. Okay.
See anything interesting there?
Yeah, there's no. Okay, yep, windmill. Well, there's a windmill.
A windmill, eh? No idea.
Scenic break. Half driver to continue conversation. So we get a chance to look at the scenery, folks. I'm going to take this chance to stretch my legs a moment, probably get used for minutes, and let's just enjoy the scenery for a moment and be right back. Thank you for watching this multi-game mix-up. It's 3 games, 3 screens on the Sunday Fun Day. You're watching the backbone.
Say, want to hear a joke? Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance? He couldn't get a date. Hey, that reminds me. It's almost 4:30. You'll like this. It's my favorite. I once knew the hostess, Darlene. She used to change the tires on my truck on Highway 51.
Welcome to another Interstate Riddle Hour. Here's our first riddle. Keep your eyes peeled, all you blacktop carpetbaggers. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see.
Well, that's Mike must have liked that joke.
Very good. Here's our next one. A gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
Love is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real. Iris Murdoch.
Okay.
Look.
Very good.
I don't know why I listen to this every day.
Opens,
Damn questions are rigged. I never get them.
Says the guy who never knew what pressure to keep his tires at.
Hey!
Having fun? Want to keep going?
No, not really.
Okay, let's go to our final riddle then. He lies without touching the ground.
Oh, come on, Darlene.
He lies without touching the ground. A liar? Yeah, burn. I know it was you.
Damn it, Darlene. I should have tipped her better when she changed the tires. She's been out to get me ever since.
What are you lying about?
Look, she isn't being straight with you, kid.
Check the photo, Copernicus. The photo in your bag. Then you'll see.
Hey! Bring my cute girlfriend back.
Who's that?
She's in trouble, Copernicus. You must help her.
What's going on?
I things like that happen all the time on this highway. It's nothing to lose your scrunchie over.
Little hour has now ended. I've helped you all I can this time. So long, Copernicus.
But I had nothing to do with it. It's just the opposite. I was sent to protect you. You did. You picked this car every bit as much as I chose to stop for you. You picked this car, picked me, not to feel anything.
Why would I do that?
Let's not kid ourselves. You don't seem like a guy who wants to remember.
Remember what?
Kid, just let it go.
No.
There's nothing for you down that road. Nothing but hurt. Look, I admit I lied, but only about one thing.
You're not really a farmer? Your wife isn't really dead? We've met before. You put that photo of me in the glove box.
All the above?
We only get a big one.
I don't know. Just one.
We've met before.
Yeah, we've met. Twice, in fact.
All right, let's start from the beginning.
Sure. You showed up at my trailer park taking photos. At first, I was a bit suspicious, since there were plans to kick us out and develop the trailer park into some kind of shopping center. But then it became clear that you'd been sent here by a magazine to do one of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
I don't. Go with it.
Why weren't you straight with me from the start?
Kid, I told you, you don't want to go down that road. Well, there's one more lie I told you. We're not number one anymore. In raisin production, we were surpassed last year by turkey.
It's coming to an end. Don't change stuff. It comes to.
That's the one. Don't change the subject. Tell me the truth. That's what I want to know.
I wasn't afraid of the truth either, back then. My wife, when she got the x-rays, when she knew, she decided to spare my feelings. Didn't tell me anything. Hid the x-rays in one place I'd never suspect, because it was so obvious.
There, in the glove box?
Stayed closed until today, till you came along.
You get to the point.
Stop changing the subject and get to the point.
I wish it was that simple, kid.
Why you keep adjusting your mirror? Is somebody following us?
What else? Then?
What else then?
Hey, Chief, why don't you have a look here? He appeared on this highway about the same time you did. I guess he's part of what you're running from.
Huh?
Not sure. You can't see him directly. He only shows up in mirrors, windows, pictures. Well, we haven't talked yet about the second time we met.
Okay.
You tell me how did I find it?
That's the thing. It's a little hard to explain. Better if I just take you there.
Serious?
It's just a quick detour. We'll be there in a minute. But close the window. You don't want to have it open where we're headed.
We're going somewhere near the meat plant. I bet.
Lock the door, too.
I don't want to be locked in with this guy.
Okay, well then roll off the window. Why is it getting dark all of a sudden?
Yeah, I thought he said a minute, not all day.
Why is there no lights? It's everything dark.
There's the light. Get real dark.
A man travels along a road until he reaches a gate at the top of a hill. The road has been long and straight so far, and the going has been easy. But now the man can't go any further, so he takes a seat by the road to rest. The man waits, and after a length of time that seems neither short nor long, the gate opens, and a guard appears. The man asks the guard for entry, but the guard says he cannot let him enter at the moment. The man thinks for a second and asks if he will be allowed through later. It is possible, says the guard, but not now. The gate now stands slightly open, and the man tries to look through it longingly. His journey has been easy so far, and he misses the feeling of the open road. The guard notices and laughs. Even if you could gain entry, there are many gatekeepers after me. Some are much stronger than me, and I'm afraid to look upon them. So there the man waits, for days, months, years, waiting to enter. One day, when he's given up hope of entering, a single question occurs to him, one he has not thought of before. Why, he wonders aloud, are there no other travelers along this road? All these years, no one but myself has waited in front of this gate. The answer to this question comes from a voice near his shoulder. It is you who made this gate, says a bird perched nearby. So it exists for no one but you. But why? Asks the traveler. Why would I choose to stop here? The bird answers after hungrily eating a crust of bread from the man's hand. After this point, the road becomes less straight. It splinters like the tree in which I live, splitting into dozens, hundreds of branches. The path becomes impossibly narrow and frail, and crowded with the view of other paths one could have taken. There's only one point ahead on the road where all paths converge, where all points join, where the light shines through skin and through lies. But it's never been reached by one of your kind, a traveler who walks on feet. Shoo! Cries the guard, chasing the bird away. Don't listen to his nonsense. Having said this, he takes a seat next to the traveler, but not before closing the gate forever. So when you think about it, who knows how long we've been sitting here, just like this, on this road. Take it from me. It's better to face things with, what's it called again? Fortitude. Better not to feel too much. Want a raisin? You sure? You just need to get used to them. Life is like a box of raisins. That's some Forrest Gump type wisdom for you right there. Here, I'll leave the box open for you. Help yourself. Look, hooded crows all along this road. I have to chase these for my farm every harvest. They look hungry. Didn't get much peck out of this last harvest. You don't want to do that, kid. These birds are unpredictable. There's no telling what they'll do once they start swarming. Get enough of these crows together and it's big trouble. You're making a mistake, kid. You don't know where they're taking you. Look, I'll help you. I'll help you figure out what happened when she came back from Europe.
All right, what do you folks? No way. Or we stick with them. Well, we can throw more races out and see how many we can get. Okay, we're gonna stick with you, baby blue eyes.
Look, I get that you're mad, and I don't blame you. But you don't know what's out there, kid. What other drivers on this road are like. Stay with me, and things will play a whole lot safer. Whew, that's a relief. They've already started to peel off.
So what happened?
Who?
My girlfriend.
We'll get to that in a sec. Let me ask you something first. Did she pack an umbrella with her on her trip to Europe?
Did you bring bird food on your trip for this car ride?
I have no idea. Why?
Traveler's checks or cash? If I am, it's for your own good.
Okay.
Want to hear a joke? Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance?
Is he gonna get it free?
Yep, good one, right? You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this.
I know the Bala Bread Zone.
Yep. Good one, right? We're starting to see the same scenery over and over again. Have you noticed?
Those crows. Something about the crows.
Want to hear a joke? Want to hear? Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance? Now you've done it. They've taken control of the car. I don't know, Copernicus. Why don't you ask them? We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling. The moment you looked through those binoculars. Well, they're pulling us around in circles. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. They want to take you, I suppose, to that windmill in the middle.
How am I supposed to rotate? Okay, so that's us. Okay. Okay.
You need to rotate the scarecrows. See if you can find something in this car that might do the trick. That's it, kid. Now, more of the same. Almost there. That's it, kid. Almost there. I think it's for you.
What? Where's your mirror printing device? For your traveling business leads.
They have a way of leaving gifts once you've fed them. Often something shiny or a piece of string.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. It's practically a cliche. Going to Europe to have new experiences, and yeah, it's corny. But maybe find myself.
I guess I'm just worried that you'll find yourself but lose me along the way.
I'll be back before you know it. Promise. Here's a security deposit.
What a weird box. Did you win this at the circus?
It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside, so you know I'm thinking of you. And then we have our road trip together when I get back. You won't miss me anyway. You have plenty to keep you busy, like that job in California. The story about the
vanishing grape farmers. You're right. I'm worrying too much. I love it. Does it lock?
In some other world, it must, but not here. Okay, trade you a memory box for your Polaroid. Say cheese.
Well, now that you know how it started, it doesn't make the next step any easier, does it?
I need to find out what took my memories. What happened to me?
Listen, I disapprove of just about every choice you've made on this trip. But I like you, kid, and I can see you've made up your mind. If you want to find your girlfriend, if you want to find out what happened, if you really want to go there, you've got to find that box.
Okay, but how? It could be anywhere.
I don't know, kid. But find that box and the key. Open the box before it's too late. Well, this is where I say goodbye. Unless you want to help transport 4 bushels across. Nah. Just remember, there are many more gates ahead and many more guards. I'm pretty much the friendly drunken uncle of the bunch. Well, good luck to you, kid. Oh, one more thing.
Can I take a reason? What is it? Or more advice?
What did the grape say when he got run over by the car?
Squish! Something about a date or no idea?
Nothing. He just gave a little whine. Good luck with your search.
I won't think of raisins the same way ever again. Okay, folks, so this is our first look at Hitchhiker. It looks like the game is divided into rides. So that was our first ride, ride number 1. A little interesting and really fun to find. We're doing a multi-game mix-up today, 3 games, 3 streams throughout the day. 1, Hitchhiker, started at 3:33. And at 7:17 for our after-dinner party, we're going to do some Deponia. A little bit of a wacky story, humorous fun and excitement. And following at 11:11 for late night viewers, discussion advised is Alien Isolation. So make sure you bring your blanket and your mom if you're scared, because we're going deep into the dark searching for Amanda Ripley's mom. We'll be back shortly for a quick break here and probably start ride 2 just to get the fill, and then tune out for this first game on our multi-game mix-up. It's a Sunday, and we're having a fun day on the Backbone Gaming Entertainment. All right, folks, we're going to bring you up to date on this first game on our multi-game mix-up. It's called Hitchhiker. So this is test day, and what we want to do is provide a weekly experience with fun on adventure games or outside the box thinking, family games where we get a couple players together. Let's get those 4-player matchup mini game games. Those would be fun because we hang at home on Sundays and stream as different gaming groups, different people, and just pretty much get our opinions, thoughts, feelings out there and have fun live. So Hitchhiker, our first look, we did ride number 1. Here's the complete official mystery game launch trailer. I'm having fun so far. It's unique, and I definitely feel like I might want to need a raise.
You really don't remember anything? What you were fighting about? What happened next? Listen, there's something at the end of this road that you don't want to find.
Memory is a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself sitting in this car talking to me like we are right now.
These were things I remembered from clues I found along the highway.
There's a price to be paid for everything on this highway. Come on, time to be forgiven, and time to hit the road.
All right, so what do you guys think? What's everybody thinking so far about Hitchhiker? One of the games that we should continue to play. Do you want to see more? Do you want to have fun with the simulationist Pennyworks and our special guest? Let us know on Backbone Gaming. It's your favorite social sites, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. And don't forget on the Simulationist on Twitch. Google me. Find out a way to get in contact if you have Discord. It's Simulationist pound 7395. So we're looking at 4:52 in my time zone. And we are 1 hour into this game, so we're doing well. Should we move on to ride 2? Pennyworks, what do you think? It seems to be divided up into rides. So our next ride is with another person. Patrick Potter. 2903 Lincoln Avenue.
It's the second house on the right here. No, wait, the third.
Don't you remember where it is? I thought you spent your whole childhood here.
Do you know what put us on top of the food chain? Do you know? And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those. Possums, koalas, something called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay? Memory is what put us here. So many of our dreams are set in the places where we used to live. We want to see them, visit them again. There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. That works like this. We can show up any place we used to live and simply explain, oh, I used to live here. There's nothing strange about it. The people who live there just throw open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again. So we can be whole. Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep with my talking.
Well, sorry, I guess I do talk.
No offense taken. I've been told I have a way of putting my students to sleep as well. We're looking for Asper Street. And at least it used to be called that. The problem is that a few years ago they rearranged all the letters of the street signs in this neighborhood. Very impractical. I didn't catch your name. I'm Hobbs. You don't remember. Well, they say sleep is the cousin of death. Well, you were lucky I happened to find you in that cornfield. Some of the places I'm asked to lecture at these days, dubious at best. No, just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiries. Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
Asper Street. And the letters might be rearranged. Asper.
Ah, yes, that's it. Very good. So, we're on our way. Now, there was something you wanted to ask.
Okay, so I am aware of what's going on, as in I remember the last guy. So I'm just gonna go straight because I know why your car's messy. Because you're lazy. You're the next guard, right? You think he read any of his newspapers, or he just plan on reading them later? Oh, I plan on reading, and I have a whole pile on the stove. Okay, good. Come on. You're the next guard, right? Right, you're gonna pretend not to know me, but then...
Yes, then it's going to turn out that big surprise. I do know you.
Right. The game hostess trapped in the radio will give you away.
A person trapped in the radio?
I just mean we met before, right?
Oh, yes. We've all met you along this highway. Now, I picked you up because I could tell you're looking for something. Something you've lost.
How could you tell that?
Now, we're all looking for something on this road. Now, I've never met anyone who wasn't.
What are you trying to find?
My dog. Well, she's been missing for a long time now.
What's her name? Maybe she got bored of your lectures.
Oh, yes. Vern said you were pretty funny. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo.
Wait, you know the raisin farmer guy?
Vern? Sure. Now, I know almost everybody on this road. Well, there's not many of us after all. Excellent raisins that guy Vern has. Did you try one? Delicious, am I right? So, okay, show me this photo.
Sure, it's in my backpack.
So, you're looking for her. What happened to her?
I don't know. I guess I lost her.
Well, a singed photograph is never a good sign. I'm sorry, though. You don't remember anything?
Well, just a tiny bit now, but almost enough.
Well, I can help you with one part. Now, you two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo. There in the background.
You have a grain silo? Backyard.
Yes, I got a lot of dogs. After a while, the kitchen got completely full. I'm not very good at getting rid of things, as you can see. Anyway, I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. But you never wound up making it to the front door. There was some kind of argument.
What was it about?
Yeah, what was it about?
She suddenly had to take a call. You got impatient.
What was the call from?
I don't know, but you didn't seem happy about it. I had the feeling it was a recurring thing. Someone who's in the habit of getting in the way between you two.
Oh, the boyfriend. Where did we head afterwards? I want to cut the chase. I want to find her. Can you help?
Well, I'm happy to help, however I can. What do you have in mind?
Let's go to the house.
My house? I'll do you one better.
Well, I thought, yeah, well, whatever house. Yeah, what up, though?
If you want to know what happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
Is she in the mirror?
You haven't asked me yet where we're headed. The warehouse of lost things. Impressed?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. It's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your life. You can find anything there, even feelings. But you only get 15 minutes to look.
Has a magical...
It really threw me the last time I was there. I I got distracted by some mittens. Yeah, I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again.
Yeah, okay, how can that be?
Well, why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal, you have to journey into the other world, find the thing you've lost among the spirits, and bring it back. Now, and to think about all the things we misplace. Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once. Why shouldn't we get a second chance to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind?
Okay, folks, give me one over here. Yeah, anyway, step it up and take a few choices.
Oh, anywhere.
All right, folks, here we go. We're continuing on. Thank you for your patience as we took a short pause to switch seats. So, where are we? Where are we going?
I suppose. Well, I've never looked for people. It definitely works for pets, though. I found several of my dogs there when they've run away from time to time. Stick with me, you'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now, if I remember correctly, it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, yeah. You're ready? You click on the top.
Peculiar. It's nothing. Just wondering about this green light. Are you one of these people who's good with cars?
Or you just highlight up and down. Back and forth.
Huh?
Do this, or you this.
I was hoping you might know. I never saw it before until you got into the car. A car manual? Oh no, that's not the sort of book I keep in here. I'm a humanities teacher. No, I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show hostess.
Right.
Ah, the green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes, I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby, too. It's probably nothing major, just a reminder to get something checked. But what do I know? I'm not the technical sort. Oh, we could ask Lola. Well, she's very good with these things.
Any relation to Darlene, the radio hostess?
Probably not, young man. Lola's a kind of oracle. She's given me lots of good advice, right from where you're sitting. Besides, more to the point, I'd like to check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here. Well, she's quite small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World's Fair in Barcelona, 1929, at an exhibition about alchemy. Lola Montez. But she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
He said, quite small.
Just have a look, please, at that stuff on the floor and see if you can locate her.
Well, you just said she's on the floor now, too. Well, I don't know. Pick up the photograph. There. Portrait. What is that? You will soon be hungry again. Huh. Pick up your backpack. Can you move your backpack or something? No, right. Look at the newspaper again. See if we get a different act. Ooh, there.
Make sure you take a close look at all the things on the floor.
Yeah,
She
sure.
could be anywhere.
Hey, nothing.
What have you got there?
Nothing.
Interesting. Looks familiar.
Okay.
There she is. Ah, Lola. Put her on the glove box lid, my boy. That's where she likes to speak.
box of that's what she likes to do.
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in a more of a roundabout way. Lola dearest, now I'm here with this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet. She's lonely, and she misses her friends.
What friends?
I aren't in that company.
Fellow memory objects. That's her preferred company. Trinkets like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper to reveal the past behind it and the future ahead. Her and her friends, yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names.
What's your dog?
The one who's missing. Hops, like me. Stupid idea, naming a dog after yourself. They constantly think they're being trained. Every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. About 9 months.
9 months? Have you been looking for her the whole time?
Well, no, I couldn't look for her these last months. I got a bit detained. Yes, it all started when I was buying some tube socks. I was on the escalator, trying to leave the mall. Do you ever have that thing where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you start worrying about it just as you're leaving? I was staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now, I knew they were, but I must have not been paying attention. Because suddenly, I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator, right where you're supposed to step off.
Seriously?
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator.
How did that happen?
Well, first quite quickly, and then very slowly. Before you know it, you're banging around in this chute, and then you land at the bowling green. Well, that's what they call the entrance. It's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast. Like falling out of bed and landing on the moon. Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish scene down there, let me tell you. A lot of staged ennui. Oh, not much really. There's an old black and white TV that only gets a few channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was one box that promised 8 games in one, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the 4 of clubs. They open the escalator every year on January 1st. Clear everyone out. They used to do it more often, but then, well, yeah, budget cuts. I fell in the beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year. Pretty much the only thing that passes for excitement there is when somebody new drops in. Pretty quickly, you learn to tell the difference between the real people and the mannequins they drop down to shoot. Sure. Well, that's how they keep everyone fed down there. They stuff mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide down the chute. Well, that's a big moment when they drop the mannequins down. Really breaks up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside. Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time, a real guy fell down the shaft and was mistaken for a mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there. Poor fella didn't look lifelike enough. Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. He gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation for saving him from the mob. Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
Oh, you got a pipe in your pocket. Okay. What do you say? Nice pipe.
Oh, look. Let's give it to her place.
Okay.
Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests. You see, we just need to find 2 more of her friends.
2 more of her friends. Okay, folks. So we're 1 hour, 33 minutes in. We're doing a 3-game, 3-stream test day. And this is Hitchhiker. We're going to leave you with Lola. We're going to say bye, and we'll be back before 7:17 with Deponia. A little lighter mood, a little different adventure, and more fun just hanging at home with the SimuL8Nist and Pennyworth. This is As Is on the Backbone Gaming Entertainment Network. I hope we can stay here. I'm not so sure. But make sure to give us your comments and tell us what you like, what you don't like, and anything, pretty much. See what happens. Think we got to start the ride all over? Well, we'll find out. Probably will anyways. So there you go. Boom, game gone. I want to go ahead and remind you that it's a test day as we're moving forward doing Hitchhiker, Deponia, and Late Night Alien Isolation. It's going to be dark. It's going to be deep. Viewer discretion advised. Scare factors, who knows? But it's first look, well, deep look, as is with the SimuL8Nist, and Pennyworth going straight at it. As always,